Good morning, everyone. It's Miss T. I hope you had a good evening and you slept well and comfortable. You woke up this morning in good spirits, spend some time with the Lord, and ready for your day. This upload is going to be a little different. I wanted to explain some things. So, I first want to say I have met some very nice people on this app on YouTube, because YouTube is the only social media that I have. And I had, met some really nice people. And when I decided to start doing uploads about me changing my life when I came to God, it was genuinely to spread his message. If you read your Bible, you'll know that it says Jesus will not return until everyone has heard his message. And so I wanted to do my part. The only thing I could think of to spread it to different places was YouTube, because you can get people from different countries, states, or whatever. And so that's why I started doing it on YouTube. So over the time that I've been doing uploads, I like I told you, I observe. I just sit back and observe things and take things in, and try to be understanding about situations. So what I have learned is that some of the people that I have come across or have come acquainted with no longer want to be acquainted with me. I have noticed that I have had a few unsubs, and that's fine. But what I wanted to say is I am not here to bash anyone. I'm not here to make anybody feel bad about themselves. I'm not here to judge. I'm not talking down to anyone. We are all learning this together. I am too, because you're helping me learn by me searching the Bible and really studying. So because I want it to be right, the information, you're helping me by I have to study the Bible. I have to study information. I have to, learn. And I've learned some things that I didn't learn or know before. So I just once again want to say, this is not to bash anyone. I have no bad feelings towards anybody. However you're living your life, that doesn't stop me from caring about the person, doesn't stop me. God even says he doesn't hate the sinner, he hates the sin. And I am, it did bother me a little bit that, some people decided not to further be acquainted with me. But what I want people to understand is my salvation comes first, and no one on earth can give me salvation. I can't sugarcoat, I can't look over, I can't leave things out, I can't put things in. These are not my words at all. I just go by what the Bible says. I go by what God says. And that's it. I can understand how how some people feel, because there are some things that are controversial, but when I pray about it, I just let it flow. I can't, when God says false prophet, what is a false prophet? That's someone who's giving out information that's not true, or hiding information, which what they did when they took out scriptures in the Bible, or pastors who are really in it for the money, change things, rearrange things because they want to continue to, get paid. I have no stake. I have no money. I have nothing to gain. Just getting the Lord's word out, and that's it. So I basically want to say, I hope you don't. I hope those people know that I care about them, and no hard feelings. I just have to be real, and I have to do what God tells me, not with what man, because I believe nobody would stand up for me on judgment time. It's just me answering to me, to what I've done. So that's all I wanted to say about that. I know I feel sometimes that I say it just with certain things that I'm talking about, but I just wanted to get the whole thing out, so that people can understand that these are not my words. These are not things I'm making up. It's not easy sometimes to come out here or come on here and say things that might upset people. It upsets me. My name is on this list too. I'm trying to learn and trying to get it right too. So, like, I wouldn't expect anyone to tell me a lie or hold something back from me. I would hope that you would, especially as knowing me and respecting me as a person, that you wouldn't want me to do that either. I also want to thank one special person. She's always been by my side, and when I say, this is I don't know, she just keeps pushing me and keeps pushing me, and that's D-Love. I appreciate you so much, and you do keep me going. And yes, I had forgot, she had reminded me that Elijah was taken to heaven without passing away in a fiery ball. Well, it was a fiery horse, kind of like in a whirlwind. He was taken. And so now I'm going to go get the book of him, so we can understand what the importance of his ascent into heaven. I wanted to go into Methuselah, because she brought up something very important. He was the oldest man who ever lived, 900 and some plus years, and he was living around the time of the flood. So there's really not an understanding of how he passed, where he passed, and where he went, because some say that God held the floods a few days or a week or so that he could, until after he passed, but no one says what happened after that. So I want to study into that, and that was brought to my attention by my good friend sister. So yeah, I want to bring that out. So now that I said that, I had a topic and I forgot what I was going to say. Give me a minute. It brought me to the subject of, do you really know what the people around you think about you, or if they really actually care, or like if something happened or you did something happen, do you know how they would respond? Like, do you care enough about your friends to be there with them through anything? Do you care about your family members? Do they care about you? Just like, are you comfortable in the relationships that you're in, whether it be a marriage, siblings, friends, relationships? Are you really, do you feel strong in those relationships? Do you feel like they're stable, that, because some people be like, I know, if no matter what I do, they're going to be behind me, or, and then you get surprised or hurt or whatever when you find out that may not be true. You could really be some kind of step for someone, and with that would mean that they might have you in their life for some motivation to uplift them, put them in a better position, or help them in some kind of way. So in this day and age, when we can't live like the old days, and most of us don't know what the old days were, because they have been long gone, and the new generation is just amazing to me that kids don't know what a telephone in the house looks like, didn't know what a pay phone was, or a pager, just how things come about, and then they're gone, and they're like artifacts, and people have to dig them up like they're fossils. So as fast as they come is as fast as they go. So people don't really know how the olden days were, how you had to actually work or learn how to do something. We let the computer do everything. We rely on the computer to answer our questions, to get us our directions, to tell us where the best foods are, to book our flights and hotels, to go on. You don't even have to go to work anymore. You can become a creator on YouTube or wherever else and make money, and make good money if you're good at it. So it just has taken over everything. But do we really know what it was? First of all, what was it made for? Why? And I know they'll say convenience, so you don't have to, these are just, you want things fast. Nobody wants to wait on anything. Nobody wants to research anything. People want to have what they want now. So we have these things, and we get attached to them, and we get addicted to them, and we just everything, and then we don't really know what it's for. We don't, what it actually does. We think, wow, I can, but what is it actually doing? I knew something was not right the first time I Googled, I forgot, whatever I was looking up. I started the Google and it finished for me now. And I said, how in the world would that thing know what I wanted to look up? Now, it could have just been in my head that, no, I take that back. Uh, I couldn't see how they could program. Was there a certain sentence that you put in and then it automatically, I don't know. But right then, I knew something was not right. Something was not right. So we're excited about all this technology and all this new stuff that you can do. And what did I say? When you're being entertained, you're not being educated. Does anybody really know how the technology works? Does it put you give you a number and put you somewhere in internet space, and whenever well, we all know that you have a thumb, it follows you when you look up stuff or read things or whatever. But what I'm saying is that automatically, once you like click on something that may be deemed controversial in the world, the United States, the government, are you automatically put on a list? Do you automatically have some kind of check mark on your name? Is this how they're keeping a track of people and where they're at? And I believe that it is. And it could be good, it can be used for good, and it also can be used for bad. Lately they have in the news a lot of raids, and they have found so many abducted children who were being trafficked. And I mean, these weren't little numbers. These were, hundreds of children that they were rescuing in these raids, and thank God. But I believe it's because of the internet. People are, putting in, we're gonna pick these up and, drive on highway and turn, So yes, I believe that they track people that way, and they do a good job, because that's a beautiful thing, to rescue children from predators. But it also can cause issues in your everyday life if they deem you a threat, because if you say one thing against the government, or if you voice your opinion, even though they say everybody has a right to voice their opinion, or the right to speech or whatever, you really don't, because if you say something, you might not go to jail, but you're looked at, or might, like I said, be on a list that follows you for the rest of your life. Maybe you did. There's an episode on Good Times where Michael wrote to Cuba because he wanted to do a report on Cuba, and the government was following the family because they wanted to. Now, of course, it was just a show, but how true is it? So James went for a job, and he got turned down for the job, and just things were happening, and it was all because Michael sent this letter to Cuba. And like I said, you can't think of things to do, or to make a movie, or to do a show without some type of realness, or somebody dealt with this. So I know that if you are pen pals with someone in another country, or talking to people on the computer in another country, I believe that you are looked at, probably investigated, and if they find out, it's just all innocent, fine. If they find out anything else, then you better watch out. But how much? So we're giving our information away. We're giving how to find us. We're giving what we think, what we look up, what we buy, how much money we have, how much money we're spending, and it's all there. You can follow the trail. If you continuously get ads or commercials or whatever about shopping or ordering this, that's because they know that's what you do. You shop all the time. And so they're trying to get their product sold. You're a shopaholic. And so they're going to give you the best deals. Buy one, get one free. Come to our, they're going to be on you if you buy electronics, if you travel all the time. They're going to be sending you deals, packages for vacations, and that's just how the world works. But we have to be mindful about this, because how far does it go? How much do they know? How much are they trying to find out? What is the consequences? Are you being listened to? Now, this is what I truly do. I get so nervous. And I'm sure everybody has a smart TV. So when it says smart TV, I always think, well, why is it called a smart TV? What is it supposed to do that's so smart? And I still don't really understand what, but I truly believe that they can make it so they can hear or see, and I don't think they do it to every household. I'm just talking about people that they deem that have triggered something, and so they're, because I'm sure it would take a lot of money just to be sitting around eavesdropping on anybody and everybody, but certain people, I do think that they have the ability to hear, track, follow, find out information. The drones that they fly that are supposed to be so innocent that they sell them for kids, and that's, it's just but the real drones, I'm sure, do more than what the little kids, they just want you to think it's just an innocent thing, and even kids can play with it. We're just, we just use it for the news. We can't get to certain places, we just send the drone or whatever. But I'm sure the drone is used for a lot of things. I believe, of course, countries spy on each country and how they get technology to find out who's hiding in what bunker and who's getting ready to attack who, and all of that. All of this is worked under technology. Back in the old days, you had to do groundwork. You had to figure out. You had to investigate. You had to do work. Now it's just a bunch of people that are sitting behind in a big room and just has plenty of computer screens up and just watching the country. I can't remember that movie that I watched. I love it. But it was fascinating because they have this whole, it was during the Afghanistan, the war, and they would, have people who would rescue people who needed, if they needed help, the military needed help getting people that were under attack or people that were captured. They would hire these people, and they would just come in, and they'd come in and just with a push of a button just take down a whole village of people to rescue the Americans. And I know that costs a lot of money. I know, so I'm sure it's not, everyone doesn't have access to that, but I'm pretty sure the military has full access to anything that would, keep them protected. But when we get into civilians, what would be the reasoning to spend all that money or to have that for them? What is it? We're not even really questioning. We're just excited that everything that we can get done online with a push of a finger. And I have been doing that. Started with COVID, and I don't even want to start on that. It started with COVID. We were locked in the house, and then all of a sudden we had all these things pop up, DoorDash, and get your groceries online, and just everything. And then when they said it was clear, which, you just got used to it, that you continue to do that. And so now I realize I need to get back, to grocery shopping, to get out and get my groceries, because it costs far too much money to have them delivered, and go back to my normal life, else I'm in the rut that I was in, sitting in the house and just bored and just ordering anything offline. Sometimes I would order two things because I didn't remember that I had ordered the first thing, and I'm just ordering stuff, and I have two of a lot of things, and that is ridiculous. It's sinful, really, just to be inconsiderate. That money that you're just blowing away because you're bored can go to help someone, or it's just being wasteful. And so it causes all kinds of other issues. It has been, these past years have just been, I feel like, this is the change that we've changed. We're coming around the bend to the rest of what's going to be happening. If you got all these people on social media, half of them are just, trying to have channels making money. Half of them are on here selling whatever, entertainment. People are making music and watching skits and watching people put up fist fights and all kinds of things. And then you get addicted to those things. And then there's a time where you say you don't nobody bother you, or you don't want to be bothered in between this time and this time, because this is what you're looking at, or this is what you're watching, and this has become a part of you. Then everything else can be snuck in behind, and you wouldn't even know it. You overlook. That could be the time that you're being cheated out of money, because if you see a bill and it says whatever, if you're not really concentrating, you're really not whatever, you're like, oh, okay, but they're making more money off of you because you're not really taking you're not really taking control, or you're really not in control. Something else is in control of you. We need to get back to the old days, and I'm not saying everyone throw away their technology items, but I am saying we need some of it. We don't need to use on a daily basis. Shouldn't become a part of our life. And now that I think of it, why would I want someone picking out my groceries, putting their hands on my fruit? Why? So, have control of that. Have control of that. You don't, we get our stuff and we come home and we wash it and whatever, but why would I want someone to be handling my vegetables, my fresh vegetables, or my fruit? And we shouldn't want to. Why would I want somebody to pick up my food and drive it around and then deliver it to me, and I don't know what happened to it between A and B? We have to understand, get back to our sensibilities, get back to our using our minds. What's going to be next? Kids have a robot that teaches them in school, online. The doctor, all you have to do is put all your whole body up against something, and it tells you have high blood pressure. We're scheduling you a surgery for such and such because we detected that you have gallstones. What is going to be next? Life as we know it will not be the same, because it's not the same now. People want everything to be easier, and for them to be able to be accommodated. No one wants to do hard work. No one wants to feel pride in knowing that you built that on your own, or knowing that you figured out that math problem on your own, or you learned how to do something on your own, anything on your own. What kind of society will we have if kids are being taught, not really being taught, because really what they need they can get from the internet? But we're going to get to the point where computers control the surgery room, the school's rooms, the special health rooms, come up with all kinds of medicine that's going to cure all the diseases that we've had for years, and now the side effects from those cures causes something else. We need to slow down and really think about what we're getting into. We need to slow down and think about who we associate with. We need to slow down and think about the person that you plan to spend the rest of your life with. I brought that out because I had a really, really good friend that I thought was my friend. And all I said was, I'm going through some things, and I just don't while I'm trying to deal with those things, I don't want to have to, you know, deal with you too. And it wasn't that bluntly, but I'm going through some things. No one can help me right now but God, and I need to be alone. And as a friend, I would think that person would be like, okay, let me know, or just call me whenever you need me. But no, now I have issues because you've decided that I should be over whatever I'm going through because you want to be back the way it was. And that's not a friend. That's not a friend. I never said give me 2 weeks to get myself together. I said I'm going through something. I want to work it out. I don't want to have to talk it out with anyone. This is something inside. It's an inner situation. And if you cared enough about me, you would accept this would be okay. And now I'm getting subliminal messages, and I don't think that's fair. And it has led me to believe that my friendship with you was because you needed me as your friend, and you weren't really mine. So when I was when I was going through what I was going through, I was getting a little better. But if I had decided, okay, I'm going to contact you, seeing those things that you said or seeing what you were doing, let me know, I should just leave it as it is. Because anytime you take a chance, you take somebody's pain and somebody's misery, and you call that person a friend, and you add to it, you're not my friend. So those are the decisions that you decide where to move people around in your life. I don't want any drama. I don't want any arguments. I don't want to have to not be friends and be I don't want to do any of that. That was high school and elementary and things like that. I don't want to do any of that. I should have established relationships, friendships, and they should just be that. I'm a grown person. I don't want to, you're not my friend anymore, and I'm not playing with you anymore. I'm not playing on give me my basketball, I'm going home. I'm not doing that. I'm at a time in my life where the only thing that I'm focusing on is surviving here on earth so that I can make my eternal life in heaven. It's the only thing. And to share it with everybody else, with other people, my family. I want my family there, friends. But those are the only things that I worry about. I don't worry about, and people don't have to worry about me being isolated or feeling like that. This is what I'm happy. I'm happy. If I wasn't happy, I know where to go. I know what to do. And so when I say I'm handling things, I'm trying to take care of things, that means let me get myself together. If something comes up with you in the meantime, maybe you should go somewhere else or have some other option, and care enough about me to let me get my situation together. But you can't even depend on that. So that's what I look at. I will understand what this, are you here for a season? Are you here for the long haul? What are you bringing to my life? What do you expect from me? And if these things don't align, why do I need to keep you around? And the further I keep you around, it just causes more conflict. So they need to go immediately. There's no, especially if you've had that same conversation over and over and over again. I don't have to repeat myself over and over again. That means when I'm telling you how I feel, you're not listening or you don't care. And so that's why we keep going over this over and over again. And now I don't want to go over it at all. So it's done. It's over. I don't know. Sometimes I just wait. I just feel like packing up and moving to get a piece of land and move and live simple and have a garden and, just away from, all the hustle and the bustle and all that, just to look at nature and have something that you really want, just to be calm. You don't want to wake up every day worried about something or have something happen and then your whole day is ruined and you try to wake up the next day and do something different and hopefully something is different, but because this world is so sinful, you're going to run into sin everywhere you go. Everywhere that you go, you're bound to run into it. And so how you deal with that is up to you. And I believe if you're not fully grounded in God's word, in his promises, in his message, you're not going to make it. How I cannot be mad at somebody who cusses me out or says bad things to me or doesn't, who's mean to me, is because my mind is focused on one thing. Okay, you're mad at me, but God's not. I'm sorry that you're mad, but I'm sticking with the person who I have turned my back on. I have shut my door. I have treated badly, but he stood there firmly outside my door and waited for me to open it up. And he's still not mad at me. So all the other stuff, doesn't really even matter to me. I am a caring person, and I wish nothing but the best for everyone. If I make it, I want other people to make it. If you make it, I want other people to make it. I want everyone to shine. It's not just who's the best and who has the right to be the best and who, it's not that. It's that we all have an opportunity. We all have the right. Some are a little bit back, people who deal with pain and suffering, like I said, don't always come out of it like other people do. And so it might take them a little longer. But that's not for us to say, judge, because we were there too. We were just a little bit resilient. We had some help, and we were able to come out of it quicker, or we were able to find God, and He was able to wipe it away. He was able to have us forget that memory, to not remember that. And so if you could tell that person how you got over it, and have them come to God and let God fix it, they could feel that freedom and that happiness again. It's not a secret that God is not a secret potion, that God is not something that we keep to ourselves and we go to Him when we need a fix, and we don't tell anybody, because He helps us, and we don't want Him to be tired out and He all over the place, and He doesn't hear my prayer and He doesn't see my situation. That's not how that works. And if you feel like that, I don't think He would want you to get your attention or get your right away. He's going to help the person who sincerely needs Him and wants other people to feel the joy and feel the happiness and feel, just time here is just short. It's just a little time that you have to be here and take all of this that's going on in the world. It's just a little bit more time. Hang on just a little bit more. And then when the end comes, you know that what your reward is. That's going to last forever. So I guess that's all I had to say. I hope those people that I wanted to get that message out to hear it. And I understand, but I don't feel any kind of bad way or anything, and I understand. I hope you understand my stance that I cannot jeopardize my salvation. I can't jeopardize going against God just to not have hard feelings with people. Now I can go over the list in the Bible that God says the people who will not be in heaven. And He's saying will not be in heaven if you continue to do these things. You will not be. He did not say you cannot change and get it right and end up in heaven. He's just saying these are the people. If you do not live, if you don't remove these things from your life, if you do not repent and ask for forgiveness, these people will not be in heaven. And He's listed all that. If that would be, I don't know, maybe I can just give you the scripture, because I don't want to bring that up again. You'll know. You can look it up yourself. I don't have to tell you. But we're all in this together, and some people just need time. Some people just need prayer. So we all need to pray for one another and be sincere about it. If you have a friend, maybe you and your friend can try to learn about God together, can have Bible studies on the phone together, can look up scriptures together, can pray together. That's the start. He didn't say that you could just jump both feet in and automatically be changed. but he's still waiting on you. He still hasn't turned his back. You woke up this morning, you still have another chance. We don't know what today will bring. We don't know if today's your last. We don't know if these are our last days. This is the last day that I'll be alive. We don't know any of those. So like I said, we need to live like tomorrow is the last day that anybody's going to have a chance, or today is the last day that you will be able to make your salvation assured. And so if you just remember that, you can make it through and try to just be a better person. Start with that. Just be a better person. Stop being the person who likes to make people feel bad or hurt people because you're hurt. Because God can heal your hurt too. And I was all over the place, but I had so many things that I wanted to get out. I guess I did get them out. If I didn't get everything that I wanted to talk about, I'm sure I will get that out later. I want everyone to have a blessed day. Do something nice for someone. Say something nice to someone. It'll make it easier. You can start saying something nice, and then you'll find yourself saying that every day, and it just becomes a part of your vocabulary. Love your kids. Protect your kids. Love your wife, the woman that has been by your side and has probably taken a lot of things from you, and she's still there. Decide what is important in your life and let all the other things go. And that's all I have to say. So until next time.